Hi, I'm Tshenelle Bethel Peters, aka Nelly B, web and social media officer by day, digital content creator every day, and this is Loud Conversations. I don't think there's one article of clothing that I could pinpoint. To me, confidence is a state of mind. It is a state of being. So it's not just about having that one piece of clothing that you put on and all of a sudden your confidence just comes. Confidence radiates from the inside out and reflects in not just what you wear, but how you carry about yourself. Representation inspired me. I started creating content initially on YouTube in 2012. And at that time, it was primarily on natural hair content. And I realized as I started doing it that at that time, there wasn't really anyone in our region who was creating content for our region. And so I wanted to just have a voice in terms of hair products and how well they work for us in our climate, instead of having to rely on the reviews of our North American counterparts. What inspired me really was just having the chance to use something. Not too long after I would have gone back natural, a colleague of mine created her brand. That was the Eco Truffles brand, and I bought a few things, used them, and I did a full review on them. And I realized that, we have at that time a local brand that is putting out products that are just as good or even better than some of the foreign counterparts. So that led me down a rabbit hole of looking and searching for more locally made brands and just using my own little space to give them a platform, because we really do have brands that are made here that are doing amazing things. So Something Local was born out of a frustration of the fact that local brands are not being taken seriously. As someone who uses majority of beauty brands that are locally made, I realized that while we rush off to support other brands that are brought in and buy them without thinking twice about it, when it comes to local brands, a lot of us tend to be hesitant. And Something Local was created to shed light on these brands, not just about the products that they make, but rather for us to hear about the stories and the background of the persons who made them, to show that we can give these products a try. In terms of going forward, I do want to collaborate more with other local brands, just to give them more of a spotlight and a platform and introduce them to my audience and just continue sharing their stories. So you can look out for more of Something Local in that aspect. In the next 3 years, I would love A Day in the Life of Nelly B to just be bigger in terms of growth and reach, and more so to be a source where somebody who's interested in a local brand can come and be like, okay, I want to find out about X brand. Maybe Nelly B has reviewed it, so they can come to my blog or my YouTube, my Instagram, and find information on that particular brand, my thoughts, if I've used it, what I, if I would try it or recommend it. So just for the brand A Day in the Life of Nelly B to be a space where people can come and learn more about local, as well as more about just dealing with life. A Day in the Life of Nelly B also talks about things from anxiety to PCOS to being a plus size woman to natural hair. So just a space where you can come and learn a little bit about everything. Okay, 5 things I can't live without. Off the bat, Bible, whether I have a physical Bible or Bible app on my phone. For me as a Catholic Christian, diving into the Word is extremely important. It's like the fuel for my day, a source of comfort when I am going through a trying emotional time. So being able to just read and reflect and meditate on scripture is a need for me. So that's something I can't do without. A second thing would be nature. So of course, being locked down and not being able to go to beaches and stuff has been hard, because nature has this way of just soothing my soul and just re-energizing me and putting me in a very calm state. So now being able to have that type of access to nature and to beaches and rivers that I would like right now, that has been hard and has been proven to be something that struggling to not have. A third thing would be satin. And I say satin because satin is good for your hair, satin is good for your skin. So now being able to have, like, whether it's my satin scarf, satin bonnet, satin pillowcase, satin robe, satin sleepwear, I don't feel comfortable. Satin is really good just in terms of protecting your hair and your skin especially. So those are a must have for me. The fourth thing would be anything scented, from incense to candles to wax melts. I am a strong believer in aromatherapy. I love to smell wonderful things. I'm very scent conscious when it comes to different fragrances, and I think that scent can set the mood for a space that you're in. So I have to have something scented in any space that I'm in at all times. And then the last thing that I definitely cannot live without is SPF. Because folks, yes, we live in the Caribbean, yes, we are melanated, but protect your skin. I would think that finding my confidence as a plus size woman, it was not the easiest thing, especially given the circumstances of my health that caused me to put on a good bit of weight. But what I will say is I found it in remembering that I am fearfully and wonderfully made. That despite this body, this outer shell, you have a spirit within you, your personality, your thoughts, your opinions, and these things are just as important. So it's about knowing who you are as a person and knowing your worth despite what your outer shell looks like. So that's where it comes from. My advice would be the same thing that I told myself. Remember that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, and that you are worth something, and that you are of value, and no one can tell you differently. And let no one make you feel any differently. I have two hang-ups, one minor, one slightly major. I think the minor one more dives towards retail shopping or fast fashion, where okay, an hourglass figure on a slimmer person versus an hourglass figure on a thicker person, the dimensions are going to be a lot different. So plus size clothing, a lot of it in terms of fast fashion is just made for like one body type, and a lot of times it's like made like for a box. So if someone has more bust or more hips and legs, etc., they don't always get their fit. I mean, that's how fast fashion in a sense works. So that's one minor hang up. But what I will tell any of my plus size ladies who see this is get a seamstress or learn how to sew. Fit the best part of your body or the biggest part based on the outfit, and then get it altered to fit the rest of you. A seamstress is your best friend. The major hang up, and this is more for local, is the fact that I can't always go to a local designer and get something off the rack. I want to support more local designers or more local brands in terms of fashion, but plus size is always considered a custom size and not always readily available. But if I want to shop something now, I want to get something now from your brand. For whatever reason, they don't particularly see the need in fitting plus size bodies, and I mean, if that's their agenda, it is what it is, but I will support the brands who continue to support and fit my body. Thanks for joining me on Loud Conversations. You can find me on Instagram at Blessed Nelly or at adayinthelife of nellyb.com. Take care and God bless. Bye.